What's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Appetizer. As always, I'm Jalen Russell, and today we're talking about the Miami Heat. They finished out 37-45 last year, which was 10th in the Eastern Conference, and on paper, they had one of the better off seasons of the entire NBA. They re-signed Goran Dragic, they picked up Gerald Green, Justice Winslow, and Amari Stoudemire. Those last three guys will give them very valuable contributions off the bench. Probably play a really big role, especially as the season goes on. Especially Justice Winslow, they expect him to kind of be a franchise player building for the future and learning under Luol Deng and Dwayne Wade and all those guys. He should have a really good basis moving forward. And as far as losing guys, their biggest loss was Norris Cole. With Mario Chalmers not playing so consistently last year and kind of having his streaks where he would go through really cold spurts, Norris Cole played a pretty big role in this team last year, and losing him's a pretty big deal. But Tyler Johnson showed he can play. Maybe Mario Chalmers gets back onto championship form as he was a few years ago, and they can make up for losing him. Now, as far as issues for this year coming up, they have three, I'd say. You have to see how Spoelstra is going to mature as a coach. He's only had 7 years as a head coach in the league, and 4 of those with LeBron, 3 of those without him. Without LeBron, he's only 127 and 119, just 4 games above 500. So you have to see, as a head coach, can he manage a team that doesn't have a major superstar who's going to lead the entire league in points and all kinds of stuff like that. Dwayne Wade's clearly towards the twilight of his career, so he's not going to be able to do it anymore. You have to see how Spoelstra can kind of work a game plan and make all of his pieces work together. Moving forward, also, you have to worry about health. They only have 4 guys on the roster right now who played 70-plus games last year. And with 6 of their guys being 30 years old or older, you have to see how they manage their minutes throughout the season to see if they can make it to the playoffs with a rather healthy roster. And also the last thing is just Hassan Whiteside's consistency. He finished 6th in the league and 1st in the Eastern Conference in PER with a 26.26 last year, and you know he's not going to be back up there. He's a guy that kind of bursted onto the scene midway through the season last year. Teams weren't really prepared for him, and so with that, his numbers kind of flourished. I see him kind of regressing back a little bit, but you have to see what you can get out of him. He had spent 2 years in the league earlier and then left for a couple years and came back last year. I highly doubt that a guy like that who was in the league and then out of the league and back in it is going to have another huge season. But you have to see what he can do for them in a starting role. All that said, they have a pretty solid roster, a very deep roster, I'd say, with a nice mixture of old guys, young guys, shooters, slashers, and some pretty big presences down low. If everyone can remain healthy and have a good season, I see these guys going 46-36 and finishing 6th in the Eastern Conference and maybe giving a good series in the first round of the playoffs, although I don't see them going much further than that. That's all I have for you guys today. Thanks a lot.